On August 12th, we challenged 9 planners to tell us about current issues or projects in the Washington, D.C. region. To make it fun and fast-moving, we gave them just 7 minutes and 21 slides each to get their points across. Join us now for these presentations as they were enjoyed in NCPC's Commission Chambers that rainy evening. Next up is Geraldine Gardner from the D.C. Office of Planning, who will talk to us a little bit about opening the gates at St. Elizabeth's.
Hey, good evening, everyone. Thank you. I'm really happy to be here tonight to share a few key highlights from one of the most exciting and complex projects in the District of Columbia, and that's the redevelopment of the St. Elizabeth's East Campus. There may be a few experts in the room tonight, so please, I apologize about my lack of detail, but the clock is ticking, so I want to try to keep it brief. Just to orient you and give you a few starter facts, St. Elizabeth's is located in Ward 8, the district, right here. This is the Anacostia neighborhood. The campus is about 300 acres, and it's composed actually of 2 parts. The West Campus is owned by the federal government, and the East Campus is owned by the District of Columbia. St. Elizabeth's was actually established in 1852 by an act of Congress. It was the first mental health facility, federal mental health facility, I should say. It's really, really hard to condense the historical legacy of this campus, both how it contributed to the evolution of the mental health profession and treatment, as well as the role it played in the physical development of the city. So you'll just have to take my word for it that it was enough to warrant it a National Historic Landmark and a local historic district. So the planning for St. Elizabeth's, both East and West, has been going on for many, many years. Some of you in this room may have been participating in some of those efforts. The real game changer happened in about 2005 when the federal government decided it would be the location of the new Department of Homeland Security headquarters on the West Campus, which, let's see, it's right here. Since 2006, the Department of Homeland Security and the General Services Administration has been leading a master planning and EIS process to sensitively and adaptively reuse the historic campus. The problem was that not all of it fit. And so the district saw this problem as our opportunity to address one of the main concerns that we had through the federal planning process. And that was we were really afraid that the DHS employees, 94% of whom live in Maryland and Virginia, would come to the district and only leave us with their car fumes when they left every night to return to those jurisdictions. We were afraid that they would stay behind the wall on the West Campus and never come out and engage in the community. So what we did was we worked with the federal government to bring a portion of their campus development here to the East Campus. And we did that over a series of planning discussions. And basically what we're doing right now is trying to capitalize on this opportunity. It's a $3.6 billion federal investment that's bringing 14,000 employees and 2,000 daily visitors to this part of the city. So it's really up to us to take this as an opportunity to positively support and revitalize the surrounding communities, which have about 22% unemployment and 47% of the children under 18 that live in poverty. So I'm going to take my remaining time and walk you through a little bit of our strategy here. So first we have to overcome some challenges. This is a level 5 secured facility, and creating good urbanism is really hard. I don't want to make light of our need to protect the homeland, but basically these types of requirements are basically creating a moat around development. So we have to find an antidote to the moat, which we think is creating spaces where DHS employees in the community can engage. And we're doing that on the East Campus. So this is our redevelopment plan. And pretty key to our vision is creating a mixed-use, transit-oriented development. We have a metro station on the southern end of the campus. And our first strategy is to create the desired retail, amenities, restaurants, and services that the community has expressed in countless planning processes that they desire. and that the DHS employees will need, because in working with the federal government, we basically told them, you have to underserve your population on the West Campus. If our director had her way, there probably wouldn't even be a soda machine over there. But we're basically drawing them out and drawing them over to the East Campus. Our other strategy is to really capitalize on the proximity of DHS. Homeland Security is one of the fastest growing economic sectors in the country in terms of employment, patent production, and commercialization. So really, we want the East Campus to be a hub of a new innovation economy for the district. Related to that, there's a tremendous range of job opportunities in Homeland Security. So we want to prepare our workforce and use the spaces on the East Campus to do that. We also want to create new residential units and maybe one day attract some of those DHS employees to live near their work. Civic hubs, recreation spaces, and other types of community amenities are critical to our redevelopment plans. And basically to get there, we know that it's really critical that we link almost $1 billion in planned development and implementation projects that the district is pursuing across Ward 8 to this campus. We also have to address transportation. As I mentioned, only 9% of the DHS employees live in the District of Columbia. So they're coming from our neighboring jurisdictions, and we need to work as a region to make sure that they can move to and from this area safely and efficiently. At the same time, we need to expand our choices in terms of alternative modes of transportation. So more bike sharing, more car sharing, and implementing our planned streetcar routes along Martin Luther King. So what we're trying to do is basically turn that red or orange map on this walk score, this clip from their website, to green. We want to create this neighborhood that has prime choices and amenities, that's convenient and that's desirable to live in, both for the residents who are in there now and for DHS employees. So, my great slide is gone. Oh well, there it is. So how we're doing this, I have 30 seconds. We're busting silos. This is an incredibly complex project. We're bringing all of our agencies to the table, and that's how we're creating outcomes that our agency partners can get excited about and that we can implement the project. Thank you.